right. So, back at it now with the front mount intercooler. Yesterday we did all the piping. Today, we got the intercooler itself. It is so messed up. Yeah, we're not going to be doing much of the cleaning. More of a roughing it up, you know? This intercooler has seen better days, that's for sure. Yeah. Again, thanks for everybody joining. Let's see who's here on live. Top messages, no. Chat filter, all the messages. So like last night, wasn't trying to polish this to a mirror finish, trying to give it that brushed aluminum look. Edwin, what's going on? Welcome for joining the live stream. Yeah, working on my Mark IV. I would love to get the inside fins here, but those don't really work really well. When running the same, we're running the same intercooler, 2.5 in and out, F21 so far so good. Yeah, it's a great intercooler, and F21 is a good turbo. I used to have the F21, the F23, the KO400X. I ran all those when they were big back in the day, when we first got launched. I ran a GT28 kit for a long time. You know, and they finally went bigger. Let's see, sent the clap. Oh, thanks, VastFab, for the clap. Ooh. Yeah, this intercooler has seen better days, that's for sure. We may go PAG parts turbo, still planning on phase. Arnold is offered 77 V-band turbo. That's cool. Yeah, this intercooler is so inexpensive and it does so well. I don't know why people go buy brand name intercoolers when there's not much like performance gains or how do you say like cooling gains out of a really high-end intercooler. I know really high-end ones do offer better mounting and better simplicity for the install, but if you got a good fabricator or a good exhaust shop that knows how to weld, you get the exact same quality for a lot less, and it'll fit better because you had someone actually fit it for you. Don't get me wrong, you gotta pay for that R&D and that brand name. But if you want something different and unique, you gotta do it yourself, you know? Dual pass, same side piping is the way to go, running big boost. Ah, yeah, I love it. I agree. Easier setup, a lot less piping, cleaner, runs better, and it's all beneficial. So much oxidation, it's insane. Yeah, but hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Last night was such a success on the live stream. I decided to go again. So here we are. We had a really good live stream last night. I just want to keep going, you know? Oh, by the way, today's my birthday. I turned 43 today. So I know a lot of you watching have given me already birthday wishes. Thank you again for the birthday wishes. I turned 43. Can't believe I'm 43 years old, man. I don't feel it. I feel a lot younger. I shaved off my beard. I just kept my goatee today. It grows back so fast, it doesn't really matter, you know? Yeah, I want this car on the road as soon as I can. But I gotta get all the little details done. And the little details, what's funny, take the freaking longest to do. It's so annoying. Turned out pretty good. So how's everybody doing today? How's everybody's day so far? I know it's so early in the morning for some of you guys. Any comments? Anybody saying anything? Anybody want to say anything? Good morning. What's up, man? It's a quiet day today for TikTok. You guys usually have a comment every 2 seconds. Install it. I just removed it. It's been on the car for years. It's never actually gotten a proper cleaning. So I'm going to clean it. So I'll put it on once it's done. But yeah, it'll go on here pretty soon. The best foundation. Decline. It's brand new? Not even. This is not brand new. I've had this intercooler for almost 7+ years. I don't know if you can see all the grime on this, but it's got so much dirt. Dip it in soap and water. That's not a bad idea. But no. I'm just scuffing it up because I want a different look to this intercooler. And I want a brushed aluminum look. It used to be fully polished. It looked good, super shiny, but wasn't a fan of the really nice shininess. I kind of want a different style to this intercooler. So I'm going to scuff it up. I like that brush look so much more. You know? This is the bottom of the intercooler, so this is what gets the most dirt and oxidation. So it's pretty pitted. It's good thing it's only surface. It is only a flesh wound. Whew. like the fastest setting, huh? Yeah, I like that. See, aluminum not used for cooking. It's a look at your hands. It's fine. It's just dirt and aluminum. Eventually, you'll get poisoned by a bunch of other stuff. I'm not concerned for it. It's not like I do this every day. "'Tis only a flesh wound, my lord." No, we're out of battery. Yep, just ran out of battery. People don't love you enough? I guess not. Why? Why, Owl Hester? Why don't people love me enough? I'm curious. Thank you, Bass Fab. I can agree with that one. We all breathe in exhaust fume, cow farts, animal farts all day, you know? If you ever wondered what's in your oxygen that you breathe in, I would recommend look up what's in the air. Like, I think 30-40% of air dust, or the dust that's in the air, is like people's skin. Just think about that. It's not even your own skin. It's someone else's skin that you're breathing in. I got way more things to be more concerned about than wearing a pair of gloves for a quick job here. Great. Three spoon engines and a Motec. Motec, what is it? System exhaust. Hector. One of the most heavily quoted lines. A rag soaked in turpentine? I mean, sure, if you want to. I don't need turpentine. Abrasive way might be radical. I guess, but I don't want to do that. But I don't even have turpentine to begin with. So even if I wanted to do that, I can't. No. Yeah, put it on low. What's left? mean, the ends here are what's left, but can't really reach those. It's a hard to reach spot. I'll probably have to do like a wire, some steel wool later. I can even find my steel wool. All right. That looks better than it used to. So now we're gonna get some Never Dull. Would you say mold is involved? No, there's no mold on this. Whoa, JL7 just hooked it up with 20 bucks. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, JL7. 1-1.9. Thank you. 20 bucks. It's my birthday, so I appreciate the $20 for today. Oh, look at that. Ooh, actually, that was good on camera. I didn't know that. But yeah, thank you for the $20 donation. I'm actually saving up money for a little mini bike. You know, those little $500 Coleman mini bikes. So I just raised 100 bucks. I'm almost there. I'm excited. Again, I want this little mini bike. They have them at the farmer store called Atwood's. And the one I want is like a little under 500 bucks. So you are getting me so much closer to my, my goal for getting myself a birthday present. It's been years since I actually had a birthday present, so I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, usually I just go out to eat and call it done. I usually don't get myself a gift. So, very, very appreciated. So we put some Never Dull on this. I might actually clean up the grime that's over here for maybe. Might not, but we'll see. Maybe I can probably get a new one. This one's really used up. We used that one yesterday. I was gonna put on my Instagram my Venmo, and I wanted to see if we guys can chip in a couple bucks to help me get my birthday present. So this will polish the aluminum up for us a little bit. Here goes my air compressor. So I put a battery charger on my car to keep my battery charged up. Now that's my keys on. You can hear my air compressor go on. Get a wash tub and leave it overnight. Rinse it off and dry it. You lost the instructions. I don't know what you're talking about, but thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna post just my Venmo on there. Again, just a couple bucks. I'm not asking for you guys to pay for the whole thing. I'm just asking to help me get my one present. If we do raise the money to get the bike, I will bring it home today and I'll ride it on my racetrack that I just built in my backyard. You know, and I built my racetrack using free stuff. And I want to show you guys, it came out pretty good. We're not done with it. We still have to finish getting it all dialed up and drawing it out, but the foundation for my racetrack is actually done for my mini bikes and my quads. So I buy super cheap stuff. So I bought a fleet of quads. I bought 4 quads for $100. None of them work. That's why they were so cheap. But the whole point was to have my kids work on the quads and learn how to swap a motor, put a carb on, do a harness, a clutch job, you know, learn how to work on small engines. That was the reason why I bought those so cheap. I used some of my birthday money to pay for that, so that's why I got it. You know, because honestly, when you live out in the middle of nowhere, like where I live, learning how to work on small engines at a really young age will get you guys excited for bigger engine stuff, right? You know, get into big cars. That's what I want my kids to get into. Even though my kids have been around car stuff their entire life, they're not into it. They're big nerds like me. They're into their games and stuff like that. Which I have no hate because I'm a huge gamer. You know, I play games when I get the chance, but you know what I mean? So you'll notice this gets really black when you put this stuff on here because it polishes it. Now, my goal is not to polish this, it's just to make it look like brushed aluminum. So I'm not polishing it like a lot. Again, I love this stuff called Never Dull. It is good stuff. It's like 10 or 15 bucks for a container, and it works so well. And then we use my polisher to give it a buff out, and then we're done. I'd be there helping you right now for the love of the grind, right? Hell yeah. Yeah, the Eagle One, that's right, yeah. Hell yeah, man, I'm glad you knew. This stuff right here, Eagle One. This stuff is freaking amazing, Mark IV Corey. Yeah, Eagle One, Never Dull. Some of the best polish for aluminum. Now, again, I'm not polishing it to make it shiny. I'm polishing it to make it not as dull. I would, if I wanted to make it not, if I wanted to make it polished, I wouldn't have scruffed it up the way I did it. Yeah, and it's always available. That's right. You can pick it up at AutoZone. You can pick it up at O'Reilly's. It is a common material to pick up. So here's a buffer. Again, all I'm trying to do is just give it a quick, simple polish. We're not trying to make it shiny, you know? You'll see the end result. It comes out really good. If you sit here and do a couple coats of this, it will get really, really shiny. Oxidation can't release heat like clean metal, no matter how small of a temp. Didn't know that. You'll notice it gets really dark as you polish it. So that's, how did you fit your big intercooler, how to cut the crash bar and zip tie? I'll show you, Mark IV Corey. Once I'm done doing this, I can actually bolt it back on. I'll show you how it's bolted on. Very easy setup. I did have to cut the crash bar, like you said. You do have to do that, but not by very much. I gave it a little notch, and it came out really good. I think I did this side. Yeah, I already did this side. This side I didn't do. Pass through over here. I think we're done. It's not supposed to be a mirror finish. It's just supposed to be scuffed up, brushed aluminum. Okay, that's done. Let's wipe it down and see what it looks like. Hold on here. Let's see. Thank you, Wayne. Thanks for the birthday. Bet. Thank you. Although turbo has come a long way, we prefer compression charge over supercharge. MK4 Corey, if you need any info, you can PM me too. VasFab is legit, by the way, guys. He's very good on information. Reinstall, put a for sale sign. No. That's not gonna happen. Sorry, Owl Hester. You know this car has over 400,000 miles on it, right? The engine itself has over 400,000 miles on it. I rebuilt the engine I think a little over 280 or almost 300,000. I can't remember. But yeah, this engine has been around for a very, very long time. And I love it. I love my 1.8T. And it's been so freaking reliable. I cannot just sell it. You know, I just can't do it. You know, people always say, just get a newer car. They're better, superior. It's like, no, you get a newer car. You deal with that. You know, we had this conversation yesterday with the Tesla guy trolling. He's like, oh, my Tesla Plaid, you know, it's faster than your car. Well, congratulations. I hope it is faster because you spent $100,000 on a car. I hope it's faster than my car. And I never claimed that my car was faster than yours, but you know. But these guys are trolling. That's just who they are. Yeah, no, I understand, VasFab. My K-swap. Oh, Juan. No. That's right, Mark 4 Corey. 1.8T swap the world. That's right. Hell yeah. You understand. You know, everybody's like, K-swap this. Well, yeah, K-swap it. You do it. It's not my problem. You know? My problem is what I own. That's my problem, not yours. When you come up in here in the comments and be like, just swap it. Why are you doing all this work on a VW? Probably because I like my VW. You know? To impress a woman, I suggest cranking and opening the hood up. Oh, okay. Our Hester, I don't think you are very good in the comments. But I'll let you be. Oh, I like how this came out. This came out so good. I'm actually very happy on the end result. On the simple polish job we did. Very simple, but yet very effective polish job. Or not polish, I guess brushed aluminum job. There you go. There you go. Came out pretty good. Again, it wasn't meant to be like a mirror finish. I agree with you, VasFab. 1.8T or VR6. A lot of these Honda guys don't, they sleep on the VR6 or the 1.8T, and that's okay. Knowledge is power, and if they don't know, we're okay with that. Our Hester, well, that sucks for you. Maybe her car was ugly. But yeah, look at that. Came out very good. I did what, 30 minutes of work? Not too bad. Again, it's not supposed to be like perfect. It's supposed to just be better than what I had. All right, next step is to install. Let's install this. As your guys' request, we're gonna install it. Now I'm gonna put new clamps on here. I think VasFab or VR6 Flow, I can't remember if what you or him, how do you say, the brand of clamp that you recommended. But for MK4, what was his name? Corey, we're gonna install the intercooler, okay? Hey, thanks Ty for the happy birthday wishes. Hey Al, sorry about last night. I fell asleep without signing off. Dude, Volkswagen, don't worry about it. It was late night. All right, so VasFab, I'm gonna do the best I can to get you as close as I can, okay? So you can see what I'm working with for my intercooler setup, all right? So take some notes. So here's your factory core support, or crash bar. You'll notice it's cut right here. So we cut this entire front portion of it, mounted it until we got it as flush as we can, okay? As flush as we can against the radiator. I don't have AC, so I don't have a condenser inside of here. So I got about another inch of space when you do that. So because of that, I got the inch, and then you just line up where it's supposed to be mounted and just put it as hard as you can against this, mark it, and then drill your holes and mount it. So I'll show you what I mean. So this guy, I'm gonna put this bolt here. I had to make my own bolts too. I had to cut my hardware. I used factory Mark IV bolts to mount this. Come on. Oh man, it's always a pain to get it mounted. This is where it sits. Place right there, I think There we go. First one in. So the catch is when you mount this, like I was telling you, you'll see hold on. Yeah, you want to cut the front and the back of the bar because you want this as deep as you can. You want to get as close as you can to the radiator. And then because of that, the closest you can get, obviously I can't get on the radiator. The closer you can get to the radiator, the more efficient you are at transferring heat from the front to the back. If you create a bubble of air, which will happen because your lower radiator support is going to prevent you from touching the radiator, it's going to happen. But don't cut your radiator support, just cut the crash bar. And it's going to create about, what, 2 finger thick, maybe 2 1/4 fingers, so about an inch gap between your radiator and that. That's okay. Again, it's going to create turbulence, and that's what happens because you have a gap. If you got a smaller radiator, you can get it closer. I mean, smaller intercooler, you get it closer to the radiator. That way you prevent an air pocket and creating turbulence and generating more heat. Less heat. So you don't want that turbulence. That's what sucks about intercoolers is their efficiency. You have to find a way to prevent turbulence going from the front all the way in. And the only way you can do that is getting as close as you can. That's why you have a radiator and condenser literally sandwiched together. That's how you prevent the condenser from getting hot and getting cooler because it's smashed right next to the other one. If you look at Mark 6 and Mark 7 GTIs, the intercooler is literally a part of that whole front assembly because we're trying to prevent that turbulence of air. Okay? I have worked on a few BMWs. Early E30s. But for me, I mean, I got about an inch of gap, and that's because I don't have any other way to go into that. But yes, yeah, turbos run hot. Yeah, it's literally a turbo that spins with exhaust heat, so it's gonna get super hot. That's why you want as much efficiency as possible by cooling down. Now, if you want to go one step further in efficiency, go make yourself a water sprayer. You can go right here go to Home Depot, get the misters. You get 3 little misters with a water line. Get a cheap little water pump on Amazon for like 20-30 bucks. Wire it up to a switch, and you can drop your ambient air temperature almost 10 to 15 degrees by spraying water on the front of your intercooler. So if you're driving it hard, say long term on a racetrack, and you want to cool your air temperature, throw some water on that. You can go put a gallon of water, 2 gallons of water in your back or behind your seat or something like that. And you can spray water right in the front of this, and you can drop air temperatures super fast. And the positive on that too, that water will spray onto your radiator, and it will also help out your radiator. So yeah. I use 2 more hood sprayers on stock. Yeah, that's again. Oh yeah, that's another thing you can do. You can just disable get rid of your hood sprayer and just run it to your intercooler. So yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, no, people do it all the time. If you're doing long racing, like heavy or like not street racing, but like autocross or like actual track racing. If it's in the summer, you're gonna want to cool that intercooler down as fast as you can. Now, option number 2, if you got the extra cheese and you can afford it, water meth. So water meth injection is probably the most efficient way to cool down your air intake temps, and it's also super safe as long as it's tuned correctly. You can spray nitrous. it'll cool that thing even faster on your intercooler, but then you're spraying nitrous oxide, and that's gonna, how do you say, be kind of dangerous if it's a little too hot. I don't know what the flash point in nitrous oxide is. You're probably better off probably getting ice water. Get a container, get a cold tank, and spray ice water, and that's probably even better than and cheaper. So, but water meth injection is a little bit more expensive, just so you guys know. But you can buy a whole kit. You can do throttle body injection, or you can do full-on port injection. If you keep it on the low side, you will keep temperatures super low. But methanol in gallon form is expensive. You know, 1 gallon of methanol usually is about like $20-30. You don't benefit very much for that, you know. Just run E85, yeah, sure, you know, just run E85, upgrade injectors, change out your all your fuel lines, change all that out just so you can run E85. So go for it. Yep, AEM does make a water meth kit. You are correct, Volkswagen. Isn't that corn alcohol? Yes, that's correct. That's fab. I love that. We should do a build together. Running 3100 cc's of 100% VPM1. Oh man, we love methanol. Methanol is phenomenal, but it's not cheap. You know, E85 is cheap, but straight methanol is not cheap. That's why we mix it with water and make it cheaper, make it last longer. You know. All right, so intercooler is now somewhat installed. Yeah, no, I believe you. It breaks the bank. Yep. Yeah, that's why I just go to pump fuel and do the best I can with pump fuel. I'll donate my car so you can build a fast show car. It's bagged. Straight methanol is correct. You have invisible flames. But methanol with water is a whole different story. Yeah, that's an insane setup. All right, so let me tighten this intercooler. I'm very happy with the end result here. Didn't have to do much to get it all done. And you'll see it's on there. I wish I can bolt it down a little bit better. But yeah. Here we go. That's done. So, intercooler now installed. Next step. What was I going to do next? I had another project for today. So I was going to do that. Trying to remember what I gotta do next. So this was part of today's project. I was supposed to do. Oh, I gotta go do other stuff in my. Al, have you ever ran your car quarter mile? I'm curious. So Volkswagen, when I had it, I never done a quarter mile. We've never had quarter mile tracks. I've only had 1/8 mile. On the 1/8 mile, I think with just decent street tires, I never had actual slicks because I never drive this car straight. I always drove it on canyons and just hard, just autocross and stuff like that. But I did a race day at the drag strip a long time ago when I was making a little over 400. I did high 7s. At an 1/8 mile, so not too bad, and that's just using crappy tires, and that's spinning like all the way through first and partial second. But I also didn't have a differential in it. I had an open diff, and I still ran 7s. Not too bad. Should be a 1.8T. Yep, this is a 1.8T. Good eye, Crispy MS3. You know, not bad for cheap tires, you know, cheap tires and then open differential. I ran 7s on it. Once I got it down and got the tires pretty hot, I was able to run like really decent 7s on a track on an 1/8 mile. Honestly, now if I put a lot of effort into going straight, get rid of my air suspension, put proper coilovers, sway bar, rear sway, probably a traction bar, proper tires, I can run high 6s easily. Oh, sorry, Kilk. This is a Mark IV 1.8T. Yeah, I agree. I'll probably be running 14s with maybe 12s. 12s on the previous turbo. I probably could run high 11s on my new setup, but I don't care about running quarter miles at all. Like this car is not built for that. This car is built strictly for autocross and for canyon driving. So I don't really care for going fast straight. I care about more on turns. So I really invested a lot on a lot of my control arm stuff, my rear sway bar, my rear, just all my upgrades on my suspension for turns. Problem is, as I drive it really hard, I get maybe 2 years, 1 to 2 years out of all my bushings before they're donezo. Not too bad, but yeah. So here you go. People, I guess the other guy was asking the engine bay. Here's my 1.8. Hard to see the turbo because it's low, it's mounted lower. So, yeah, so my turbo's down here. I mounted it much, much lower than the top mount. I went away from a top mount turbo just because of the heat issues, cooking the ignition harness. It was cooking my coolant lines. I was done with that. So, what turbo is it? GT35 by Mamba Tech, dual ceramic bearings. So it's a GT35 like clone, but it's cloned at a much like higher flow rate, and it's full billet too. All right, so that's done. Let me see what else I got to put on here. Oh. The car's back, by the way. Crispy MS3, yeah, that's exactly what's in here, but made by Mamba Tech. I agree, Fast Fab. I agree with you. True fix, how do you deal with lag? You go ball bearing. Get away from journal bearing turbos and go full ball bearing and put some cams in your engine, and your turbo lag is kind of almost non-existent. It's still there, don't get me wrong, it's still there, but it's not where you think it's gonna be. You know, get a good cam, that's what really matters, and then do a proper intercooler setup to build boost correctly and flow correctly. So intercooler, cams, obviously there's a whole how do you say, formula for all that. So that's why you see the big intake manifold. That's why we have the cams on here. That's why we have the bigger fuel rail. We have bigger intercooler piping. We have a dual copy setup, right? Um, you go bigger turbo, but you go ball bearing. Get away from journal bearing. Um, if you can, go twin scroll. Twin scrolls also help a ton for spooling low RPM. There's so much things you can do to allow a turbo to flow so much better at a much lower RPM and get a lot more power at a low RPM. That's the point of my build. This build can make technically 700 if I push the crap out of it, but it's not the goal. The whole purpose of this build was to go 400, 500, but at much lower RPMs and keep that power band way higher. Yep, that's right. Go to a smaller AR and you spool even sooner. A lot of people don't realize, you can get a ton of power out of a small turbo, but they have to be efficient. And not Garrett's, but like GT35s, GT37s, they're big, but you can get them in small form factors and they make a ton of power at a very low RPM. Again, this is all part of the formula. It's all trial and error. So my last big turbo setup was journal bearing, but I did it because I wanted a big hot side and a big cold side because it looked dope in my engine bay. But I didn't build boost until 4,000 RPMs. But I enjoyed it because it was a surprise every single time I hit 4,000. The moment I hit 4,000, you're just like, wah, oh shit, and it's just, wah, and then you're just like, oh. But now I kind of go away from that. I want to go smaller, and I want that power to be sooner than later so that I can not be too surprised on the holy smack, boost turbo like for days and then all the boost. More like, I can feel this turbo. All right, I'm on my way. So again, there's always a formula. You just got to find it for yourself. Yeah, I agree with you. You want to be more around the 2,500, 3,000 RPM power band. And that's why I went smaller, but again, bigger turbo. I agree with you, 100%. Still running a KO3? I mean, that doesn't matter, man. You're running what you want to run and enjoy it. KO3s are great, tiny little turbos, and they are fun. All right, I gotta go back to my box of stuff to put back on this car. Oh, here it is. I gotta put my lower coolant hose. This guy. It's just been sitting down here. I bought a brand new coolant hose for this car. I mean, even though my lower one was already still pretty good, but yeah, KO3 is instant boost. KO4 instant boost, tiny little turbo, spool, fun. Now, go look at hybrid KO4 turbos. Now, those are dope. I really wanted to do a hybrid KO4 when they started coming out to the market. Believe it or not, you can get a like 60 millimeter KO4. Those KO4s are like Frankenstein to like look like a GT28 or a GT30. It's insane. They're super cool turbos, and you get that really stock pedal feel, and then they just boom, instant power. Problem is they're so small but yet so big, they definitely don't last. From what I've heard, they have a very short lifespan for what they are. Because you're putting a lot of stress on that little housing, so they get really heat soaked. But I love Monza Speed 3s are super cool cars. I definitely been wanting one for a long time, but they're hard to find and like not a piece of crap. CX Racing 5062 BFT big turbo KO4001 eBay $500, right? Michael Burke, go away with your blessing 10 people. You're already trying to scam somebody. Do not listen to Michael Burke, another current scammer that comes on here. You get a lot of these guys on here. All right, so let's get this coolant line down here. Here, I'll bring you guys closer to my angle, to what I'm seeing. Yeah, no, I want a first gen Mazda Speed 3. I honestly believe they're the best looking ones out of all of them. It's just people want a fortune for them now. Or the one generation Mazda Speed 6 all-wheel drive. I think that's such a cool car. But we got it here in the States too, but it's such a cool and rare car that you're never going to see one for sale, unfortunately. There we go. That's all clamped in. As you gotta get the clamp for this one. Oh, and then I also run a 170 degree thermostat. So I run a 10 degrees cooler thermostat in this car. So my thermostat does open sooner due to the fact that I don't run a coolant ball. So I need my coolant to expand a lot sooner than later. I don't know if you guys know about that, but I run no coolant ball. If you guys can see, not even a swirl pot. I run a full coolant ball delete. When it expands too much, it just dumps straight to the ground. So if I do race the car, like on the track, I have to fill up, add coolant after every race. I usually add about a cup to 2 cups of coolant. Drill a hole in the thermostat. Not a bad idea, but I just ran a cooler thermostat. I ran it cooler just because of daily use, because this car is dailied a lot. Hey, Lonnie, Lulu, and my wife. They just came in. Gotta do some eBay orders. All right, so I gotta go get the clamp for the lower hose. Hi, Lulu. Huh? I finished the polish. Now I'm doing the coolant hose right now. Huh? Oh my God, I forgot about this. 2016. I don't know about you guys or whoever follows me. Are you a heater core looped? No, I actually just put a brand new heater core in here. Volkswagen, hey, how's it going? You got to put clamps on the intercooler piping down there. Oh, I agree. But I got to get new ones. I don't want to use my old stuff. They're rusty. But who remembers this, guys? Woosty 2016. If you know, you know. I'm a big Woosty fan. Car show. Too bad the owner wasn't a good person, but such a good car show in Las Vegas. I went to this show for almost 10 years straight. Love that car show. But again, for VASFAB, no, I actually got to keep my heater core on this car. So that's why I bought a brand new heater core. But I did do a weight reduction on my AC box. I blocked off the AC ports, got rid of the expansion valve core that's inside of it. Pretty much blocked off the entire inside of the AC compartment. I only left the heater core and rebuilt all the vents on the inside too. I got a whole DIY on that, by the way. I did a whole video of that whole repair job. Ooh, animals got me. Clamp. Let's see, crispy. I'm not running AC and power steering as well. I am gonna get rid of my power steering. Not my power steering. I'm keeping the power steering. I'm getting rid of the AC pump, going to a shorter belt. I still have my AC pump just mounted because I need the pulley for it, but I gotta find out how to route it without a belt. Not much good information online that I could find correctly. And then I did find something with a belt number, and then I couldn't find the belt. So if you guys know how to do an AC delete on this car, 1.8 with the proper belt, please message me with the information. I would love to do it. I can make you an idler where the compressor was on a... How? Show me, VasFab. Actually, let me learn how to do it. I would love to have that knowledge in my hands to make one and maybe put them on my online store, you know, so other people can have it. So definitely, I mean, if you can teach me how to make an idler pulley, I would love that. That way we can make this product for others to have. You can't gatekeep knowledge, guys. You gotta give the knowledge to the people. So much torque. The chassis twisted off the line. Scared the hell out of me. I know exactly what that's from. Another Fast and the Furious light. I don't have AC, I miss it. But I have lightweight pulleys, smaller water pump pulley to like all that 5 HP. Yeah, but you add more vibration, so hopefully you balance or put a proper fluid dampener on there. A lot of people don't realize when you go to lightweight pulleys, you add more vibration to the motor, causing future damages, especially at high RPMs. I know, right? They made 100% fake blower in that. Okay, good job, MS3. Then I am not angry at you. Then you did it right. Good job. Fluid dampener saves lives. Yeah, I flew different. Love it. Good job. Yep. All blue GTI. Okay, hold on. Volkswagen. There's a local shop in my area. This guy has a twin turbo VR6 92 Golf, I believe, front, back. So sick. All blue. Oh, send me pictures next time. Still find it funny they was able to run from the cops with a blown piston from LA to Saigon, right? I'll catch you later. Yeah, later, Crispy MS3. Thank you for joining. That's what I need to go do today too. Forgot. I gotta go to Parker. This is not working. What's the hardest job you ever did? Hardest job I ever did was a Audi RS S4 B6, B7. The front main, the timing chains on that, because you have to pull the motor, and the chains have to be so precisely put in that if you don't do it right, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna buy that person a new motor, pretty much. Yeah, I think it's the B6 or B7. I can't remember which one came with the V8, the 4.2 liter V8. But yeah, not a fan of those. But yeah, that's the hardest engine I ever done before. Did a timing job on one, but it got done. Took me a few how do you say, double takes before I got it right. That timing on that thing is just a disaster. Really? The cats? Said a couple SR20s would pull a premium before race wars. That's so stupid. Have you ever done a job and quit midway? No. I've never done a job and quit midway. I've done a job and stopped and then cussed at it for about an hour and then went back and kept doing it. Yeah, never quit. Never quit. And if you're uncomfortable with a job, this is what you do. You step away. And then get your Holy Bible. Right here. Get a Bentley repair manual. That's like 1,000 pages thick. And then do your research. If you're not comfortable with the job, get a proper repair manual and follow the details step by step, and I can almost guarantee you'll do the job right. Just saying. That's why, if you notice, I have Post-its all over this, especially for the TDI. I've been learning the TDIs and the PD diesel, the Pumpadeuce. I've been learning them because of this book. And this book has gotten me so far in life that I teach people what the book tells me. So when you ask me questions about what's the torque specs, on the Mark IV 1.8T flywheel, I'm going to tell you it's 44 foot-pounds with a 90-degree turn. No, with a quarter. quarter turn. Yeah. Well, it's a 90 degree, I can't remember. So all data is awesome, but all data charges you a subscription. This is, you buy it once and that's it. But if you're a guy who works on a lot of different cars, whole different story. Volkswagen, that's correct. You gotta have the proper tools. Good thing that the book tells you the part number for the tools that you need to do your job. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Me too. I used to have all data, like I said, and it's great, but the books have been a better resource for me. Where's your Africa plate for the PCV valve? I'm not in Africa, so I don't know why that. I don't know. It's weird. I'm not in Africa, but okay. Sure. Yeah, bring it back. Why is that a hole in it? In there. Get in my belly. Dang it, cat. Get by ya. Black Forest Racing make a CNC plate for direct crank pressure to catch can and the plate. Again, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't have a CNC. I don't know what you're talking about. It goes on the top of your motor and looks like the country of Africa. Oh, okay. So like the cover on top. You're talking about like the Mark V, maybe the 2.0T engines. You can't fake some of these comments that come into chat. I know. I agree. I agree with you, Volkswagen. Some of these comments, I'm just like, okay, be more specific. This is a 1.8T. Super different from a 2.0T. Now I understand what you mean. Yes, it looks like the continent of Africa when you have the upgraded valve cover. I understand now. Be more specific. People... You got to give people context, man. You just come in here and be like, why does it look like Africa? These clamps. I hate them and I love them. You know, I hate the metal spring clamps from Volkswagen, but I love them because they're constant tension and they never leak. I mean, I've never had a factory clamp ever leak on me unless the hose itself is on its way out, right? I've never had one go bad. And I just hate putting them on because they're so exact in diameter. It's such a pain to put on. And then if they break loose off of your tool, oh man, watch your fingers. There we go. Right, got my fans, plug those in, plug plug that in. Mount this on the bottom. That's done. Okay, so upper and lower radiator hoses. Oh, I gotta put the O-ring on my coolant pipe. Okay, you converted that thing from direct injection to port injection. This is a 1.8 T, bro, from a Mark IV. Their factory port injection. Like your spirit, do you like the G25 660? Bro, that's such a great turbo. I wish I had that kind of money. But I've been considering that turbo for a long time. The G25, yeah. I love how people like make a comment and have no clue what engine's in here. They're like, oh, you went from direct injected to port injection? Like, this has always been port injected. What are you talking about? It's just funny. No, it doesn't sound like a fart. It's not DSG either. Where's that GT35? Here, I'll show you. Kid 303. All the way down here. There you go. See it? There you go. GT35 turbo just tucked all the way at the bottom. Yes. Yeah, I went to a lower mount turbo versus a top mount because I got tired of melting wiring on top of the car. So that's how I solved that problem. As you can see, I got a brand new ignition coil harness. So brand new ignition coil harness, and I actually got a brand new fuel injector harness as well. The 1.8 T, never lose. That's right. It is a legendary motor. Yep, I appreciate that. The GT 2260 by Garrett. Yeah, that's such a great turbo. Not in this car. I wish I had it in this car. It's actually smaller, believe it or not. But yeah, that turbo is freaking ridiculous. Stuff a W8 custom bell housing adapter. Bro, make it flex fuel. You guys are funny. What was next? Oh yeah, I gotta put the O-ring on here. So let me go grab that. For my coolant housing. Charlie, make sure to test those chargers, okay? Oh, before I forget, these are coming back on my online store, by the way, guys. Al is the name of, there is a name for that L bracket that sits on top of the valve cover besides the bracket that holds the engine cover on our 1.8Ts. L bracket? Oh, you're talking about the one right here that holds the vacuum line that goes to the one that sits right here on the right hand side of the valve the engine. That's missing a radiator cap. Yeah, it's not here. It's over here. I gotta get a new one. I took it off. Yeah, the radiator cap kind of, it left the chat. Oh, it did. 100%. Yeah, this guy, the little bracket, that's for lifting the motor actually. It also holds a vacuum line that goes there for the combi valve. But I wanted to show you guys something that's coming back to my online store too. They're not going to come painted, but you guys are going to be able to paint it yourself. But my 3D printed engines are coming back. These are my high resolution 3D printed engines. Should be a 5 or a 6 millimeter Allen bolt. No, an 8. I think it's an 8 millimeter. I'm not actually, you know what? It's been a while. I think it's, yeah. But check these out. These are 3D printed 1.8. I mean, this is a 3.2 VR6. So R32 engine that I 3D print. Now this one's painted. They come gray from from out of the machine. So these are coming back to my online store. I make these in-house. So this one my friend painted. That's a VR6. Here's a stock 1.8T. All right. This is a stock 1.8T. You'll see here, even with the valve cover. So check this out. That's a stock, 100% stock. Even the KO3 with a downpipe in the back. O2J transmission, even a part of it. You see that? Okay. I should just fabricate a cam lock tool. So these are coming back onto my online store. They will not come painted. They will come a solid color, gray, and then you guys got to paint these. But yeah, I make these all in-house. These are all printed using resin. We resin print these, so they're extremely high resolution. Even the factory oil cooler, if you guys know the oil cooler right here, is right there. Even the factory alternator. Power steering pump. We didn't put the AC in here. My intake throttle body cracked, but yeah. Yes, I do sell these. These are going to be coming back on my online store at PincheAlsGarage.com. The VR6, hold on, let me get there. Oh, I don't have my 12 valve. I do have the 12 valve VR6 too. I don't have it in this box. For you old school guys, check this out. That's a air-cooled VW dual 34 picks with a, what is it, 3-rib? Yeah, 3-rib transmission. Full heat exchangers, dual carb, everything. I make these as well. So if you're an air-cooled guy, right here, dual, I think this is single port. Yeah, this is a single port. I should get dual ports coming on there soon. All right, so that's air-cooled. And then my last one. Check this one out. Oh, I cracked. Dang it. Well, I can fix it later. But this is actually almost an exact copy of my big turbo setup, as you guys can see. It's a 1600, not a 2000. But you guys can see big turbo, downpipe, tubular manifold, red coils. Okay. Yeah, this one just cracked, but I'm pissed off. I have to fix it now. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is 3D printed. Now this is painted by hand. My friend does the paint job, but you guys can see the detail on this. It is insane. And again, these are coming back on my online store. I will be having the stock 1.8T, the big turbo 1.8T, 3.2 VR6, the air-cooled, and the 2.8 liter VR6 are all going to be on there. I have and almost done. The 1.9 TDI is also coming on there too. So you'll be seeing those later. The TDI is coming on there. How much is it without the ducting? I missed the project time spent so far on this motor. But they're going to be 20 bucks for the, I think it's a 10 scale. They're $10 for the even smaller ones. So I'm going to be offering even smaller, and I'm going to go much bigger, by the way. We're going to offer, I think, 1/4 scale. So they'll be about like 10 inches almost in size. Here is even smaller version of the one big turbo 1.8T. Okay, way smaller. You guys can see that. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny version. I'm thinking about, I can go even smaller with my prints now with my new machines. So if you guys are excited, these are gonna, again, coming back on my online store. These are, look how tiny, I mean, this is my hand. It's on the palm of my hand. I got a 1.8T. A lot of people have been asking me to go 1/16 scale to put them in like Hot Wheels and stuff like that. I've been considering it. I can do it. The problem is when you go that small in 3D printing, how do you say, you run a really high risk of it failing. So reason I ask, because I have to change cam lifters, rockers on a twin GT30 Fox body. Ugh. I'd hang that from my rearview mirror, right? I have a twin, single and twin turbo VR6 coming out too, and a supercharged model too. With the, I think it's the VF supercharger. I have one. It's been in the works. So let me pack these back up. Again, if you guys are interested in these, I will get back into doing these again. What car is this? This is a Mark... Jeez. It's a Mark IV GTI, so 2002 Volkswagen GTI. Big turbo. Fully built. Internals. Big turbo. Stuff like that. You've not been on a 1.8 liter all that long. I've been on this for a very long time. And where are the cats? They're somewhere around here.
Freddy's right here.
Freddy's right over here. Shabribri's somewhere else.
She's in the kitty cow.
How long does it take for the boost to kick in? Well, now looking around 2,000, 2,500 RPMs is where I'm looking at with my setup. My previous turbo was about a little over 3,500, almost 4,000 RPMs. So I'm happy with my new setup. Much lower RPM for full power. Where's that box with those gaskets? Do you remember where they went, Ben?
Which gasket?
When you pulled the box out? They're like little circles.
Dad. Dad, thank you when you're a baby.
Uh-huh. It was silly, huh?
Maybe we could put it on the wall so we can see it in our house.
Yeah? Let me see. Thank you. That's why I need you, because you're amazing. All right. Pineapple. What PSI is it running? I don't know yet. Right now, I probably have it set to 15, maybe 20. Oh, here. Cats. Freddy, Shabribri.
Here, like this all over.
Freddy and Shabribri. Freddy and Shabribri. The cat's the best. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, now let him go. Later, guys. You guys leaving, doing drop-offs? Okay. See you guys in a little bit. Okay. All right, so down here we got, watch out for the cats, here they come. We have two 10mm bolts here that hold the cooling pipe in place. So you gotta take those two off. Once those are off, we'll get the new O-ring put in, and that's good. Has the smallest intake, it seems like. Ha 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 ha. Rick Z1P9V. Hi. I have to hop off, out, Pinche. Catch you later. Yeah, later, Vasfab. Have a good one, buddy. Thanks for the good conversation, by the way. Let me go get my 10 mil. Okay, yep. Would you eventually install a catch can in this? It already has one. It's right here. It's just not bolted on, but here you go. Catch can. So yes, already did it. Made my own lines, made my own AN lines for the breather on the top and bottom. So yes, there is one on here. And it's a Venta Atmosphere CAT scan. They're braided lines. They're not quick connects. It is a screw on, screw off connector. Pick. Bro, put a billet block in this? Why? It's fine the way it is. I mean, do you have that kind of money to buy me a billet block? Australia does it best. Okay. Let's see. Cast iron block? Yep, this is a cast iron block from the factory. Aluminum head. Look at this O-ring. Flat. So flat. Got a brand new O-ring right here. Now look at the difference between the factory one and the aftermarket. One's flat like my butt, and the other one's nice and round like my wife's butt. So there you go. Replace that. It's gonna seal really nice. Oh, this is the wrong one. Here's the bigger one. I always keep forgetting, like, there's a big one and there's a medium one. I always buy more than one. O-rings are so cheap. Just smart to have, like, just a bunch of overstock and just put it in a box and get to it when you need it. Holy, how much did you torque it? What do you mean? I didn't torque anything. Oh, you're talking about the O-ring? Well, these sit on a flat surface, so you only have to torque it down to 10 foot-pounds. There's not much pressure that it goes on. Oh no. Where'd you fall? There you are. You got a magnet. This would sound crazy cammed. It is cammed. I got street cams. I got rid of my race cams. Well, I didn't get rid of them. I just removed them. I had race cams. The problem with race cams on a daily, it's just hard to enjoy the drive. I daily this car. Once it's done, it's gonna be like my daily for, oh my gosh, for a lot of stuff. Just drop the dang thing again. You got like the ultimate Butterfinger sit-in. Usually I'm like really good at not dropping bolts, but whatever. It's also on air suspension, yeah. I have it on air. It's on a Raceland air suspension, fully adjustable, airlift V2 control management. So there's that. I also got full polyurethane front and rear bushings, solid. I upgraded the rear sway bar, so I got a rear sway bar installed. Makes life a little difficult when on air, but it works. I gotta swap out the, I have a new subframe. So I have a tubular subframe and I have tubular control arms that need to go on here. All Hemi jointed because I'm tired of going through bushings and replacing them. So yeah, there's that. Oh wow, I didn't know you were still working on VWs. I keep seeing your Mark II content from a while ago. Yeah, I'm still working on them, man. Bro is doing the right stuff on this build. Thank you. I appreciate it. Nice comment. Thank you for the comment. All right, so coolant's done. I do have to order a adapter to convert my coolant feed line to my turbo. So I can't really drive this car until that's done. I have to convert my my PTFE line to a barbed, half-inch line. So I can put it on the feed line over here on the coolant tap that I made. So there's that. I still have to do my vacuum line for my fuel pressure regulator, and then my vacuum line for my blow-off valve. And then there's a, boost reference port right over here, which I no longer need. I got to cap that one off because I have my boost reference over here now on my turbo. So we're good there. So yeah, what viscosity oil? I run 5W30 full synthetic on this car. When we not race it, but when we take it to the track or do canyon driving, I just upgrade to 1030. That's all I do. I don't use anything crazy. The tolerances on this engine are very, very good, so I don't have to run thick oil at all. You know, I could go again. I can go as far as like 2030, but yeah. Yep, that's 100% right. Go full. I also run zinc after every run. So when I do a hard a hard week or hard month of racing, when I do the next oil change, I do a full half a bottle of a zinc additive. It's just really good for your motor. So I recommend it every now and then to add some zinc. Location, Texarkana, Arkansas. Yeah, no, zinc is super good for your car. Super good for your motor. Even if you're not running an old school engine, it's just good. It's a healthy additive for your engine. All right, that's pretty much, okay, so I did the lower coolant, I did the O-ring, I polished the intercooler. I just got a couple wires to plug in down here. And that part is done. Didn't know about that. That's cool. How old was I when you first started your job? What job? You ran? Be more specific. Alright, so that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done. My next thing is my battery conversion. Mechanic? Oh, I've been doing this for 15 years. Been working on cars for quite a long time. Battery's about to die on that thing. Excuse me. Gotta find a charger. Oh, geez, my phone's about to die. Give me a second, guys. Oh, that battery's dead. No. Oh, there's the extension cord. Okay, cool. Oh no, that sucks. Hold on. All right. I guess if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up on TikTok. What's your go-to brand for engine oil? Castrol. I always use Castrol, full synthetic. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. So I disconnected my wireless mic, so I was making sure you guys can hear me. Blessed birthday, bro. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate that. Today's my birthday. So thank you for the birthday wishes. All right, what's left? What's left? I'm trying to remember what I got to do next before I forget. Oh, I got a clap. Oh, and I got a chile and a lightning bolt. Sent a smoothie. Thanks, guys. Ice cream? Dang. If you guys really want, oh, I got the goop. Thanks. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. One thing that you guys can do for me, if you guys really enjoy the content here, if you go to my Instagram or my Facebook page, just look me up, PincheAls Garage. I will be posting my Venmo. I'm trying to get some money to buy a mini bike. I don't know if you guys know those little mini bikes, the little Coleman ones for like $400 or $500. I'm trying to pick one up today. I just raised 120, 130 bucks already. They're about $500. So if you guys want to help my brother out, send me a couple bucks. Just again, go to my Instagram or my Facebook page. I'll have my my Venmo on there. And then when we raise enough money to go buy it, I'm gonna go buy it. And you guys can see my racetrack. I built a racetrack in my backyard so I can ride these dang mini bikes in my backyard with my friends. So if you want to help a brother out, later today I will be posting my Venmo. Again, just kick me down $1 or $2. I'm not asking for a fortune. Please do not send me a ton of money. All right? I don't want that. I just want $1 or $2. You know, I have a couple, like I said, I have about $100 more saved up. So if I can raise about $500 in total, I'd go pick up my mini bike today and I can go race it in my backyard. So I'll be the best birthday present ever. And again, I appreciate you guys. Even if you guys don't, thank you anyways for being a part of the channel and enjoying the content we've been making here together. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so there's a vacuum line is needed for the turbo, for the boost reference, for the wastegate. I know that. I do have my boost gauge already set up in here, so that'll be for later. I'm just trying to think of all the things I need to do before anything else. Lower and upper radiator hoses are done. Oh, I gotta get my intake portion over here, so be right back. I got more stuff over here. Now I'm not putting any clamps on. I just gotta get it mocked up again the way I had it before I took all this apart. So we have all these couplers here. Now this one, this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4 ply. This one goes to my intake charge pipe over here. Come on. There's that one. That coupler's going. And then I have this guy. Hey, what's going on? Luces Espacio. Thank you for joining. The only downside of zinc it is can be bad for the cat. Good thing I don't have a cat. No meow meow in this car. If I had a cat with this build, it would be dumb. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why would I need a cat? Just something more restrictive, right? No, we don't need that. I have considered putting a cat on here, like a really high performance like flow cat, so I don't smell the fuel. But I don't know. Sometimes I don't mind it, you know? So this is the problem right now. Is this line here? Well, not the line, but this piece. This is where this one sits. As you guys can see, it's hard to show you guys, but it's actually not too bad. So I just need what? A 4-inch piece of pipe, 6 inches, that way, you know, it sits on there nicely. You might be lightheaded on that red light, right? But yeah, as you can see, like so this is my intake pipe coupler, but you guys can see this coupler here. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I'm this far away from the turbo, about 4 or 5 inches. Hit me with Salisbury Solutions. I mean, I can do it later. Hey, I gotta take off. Have fun working on that beauty. Thank you, buddy. Happy birthday and happy Friday. Thank you, Volkswagen. Always a pleasure to have you here on the channel, by the way. Thank you for joining. So I have to order some pipe. I might have to pull the turbo, maybe not. I don't know if I want to pull the turbo and have it welded onto the pipe, or just put a section piece of pipe and then just put another coupler on it. I don't know yet. I really don't know. My other thought was, this is 2.5 all the way down to 2 inch. I can technically have have the blow-off valve cut off and relocated, like maybe over here, and then I can go further down, and this will bolt right up, kind of like where the factory location is. I don't know if I want to do that though. But again, that's kind of the thought process. But right now, this sits literally right above it. So I really got to think about how I want this to go on. Maybe get the 2.5 and just a longer 2-inch portion that goes down into that, and it's just a long rubber thing there. Now the downside of that, you can get a lot of expansion. You really don't want too much silicone loose, because it will expand under certain conditions. When it gets too hot, silicone gets really soft. So that can happen. I can have bubbles when I start building boost. So I gotta really think about how I do this, you know? But it's looking good on this side. Again, I'm really liking it. I gotta fix this fuel line location. I gotta cut these, make them a little shorter, and run them straight above the intercooler pipe. Make that shorter. I gotta fix the oil line underneath. It is leaking, and that's it. So yeah, it's coming out pretty good. Bro, especially with bigger turbos, don't want to risk it. I agree. No argument there. VW Bug, any recommendations for making a healthy and a better turbo? Well, I'm new to the VW platform. So you have a Bug. So you have a early 2000s VW, 1.8T AUG, I believe, engine code. So it's very compact in there. But personally, go to a single mass flywheel, like sporty clutch. You'll enjoy that right off the bat. Get a little intake in there. Go to a full like 2.5 inch or 3 inch exhaust. This is a 1.8T Max Learned. This is from 2002. So again, upgrade your clutch or your flywheel. Here, let me sit down. My legs are hurting. I just got out the gym today, so. All right, so. All right. So first, lighten the flywheel, right? Flywheel and clutch. Intake, exhaust, go to 2.5 inch, go to full 3 inch exhaust. If you're required to be smog, make a full cat setup. It's okay, it's not gonna hurt your stock little turbo. If you wanna upgrade to a turbo, for that setup, I would go to a KO4 001. Okay, it's a full bolt-on turbo. It's fine. Okay, so you already got a exhaust. Okay, so I would just go to a KO4 001 because it's a bolt-on. It's a real bolt-on turbo. Nothing has to be done. Okay? But it has to be a KO4 001. That is a bolt-on turbo. If you go to the KO4 0XX or 022, whatever it's called, then it's a Audi TT turbo that goes sideways, and you need the downpipe or the adapter flange to make it fit to the stock exhaust, which Franken Turbo sells if you want to go that route. What year are those two bikes behind you? So my blue one is a 2022, and my white one is also a 2022. It's a CF Moto Adventura 650, and then this is a Royal Enfield Interceptor 650. They're not fast, man. They're just good little bikes. They're dailies. I ride them all the time. I actually have my other YouTube channel, so if you ever want to watch them. Yeah, just do that. KO4001, get a tune, intake, exhaust. If you want to do a front mount intercooler, go for it. With that turbo, you can just do the upgraded side mount, and you'll be happy. Upgrade to silicone boost hoses, and you're done. Don't do anything else to the car. Oh, if you go to KO4001, you want to go 380cc injectors or 440cc injectors, but go with whoever tells you on your tuner. So the tuner is going to tell you which fuel injectors to use, okay? And if you're going to use a stock 3-bar fuel regulator or upgrade to the 4-bar, every tuner is very different, so hopefully that helps. How is your Volkswagen trailer? That's actually next on the project to-do list after this car is done. Yeah, we're actually tearing that whole car apart. Yeah, no, I agree. The front mount intercooler is better, but for a Beetle, your difference in cost is pretty gnarly. I mean, you do a side mount intercooler that's upgraded, you're looking at $100, and it's a straight bolt-on. versus doing all the custom piping. You gotta understand, Beetles are much harder to run intercoolers in because everything is super tight. So it's a harder project. I don't recommend it just because of the amount of effort you're gonna be put yourself into. It's just a pain in the butt. Just go upgrade it everything factory and you'll be a happy, super happy camper with that. You want to add your car to the project list? Sure, why not? If you're in Arkansas, I can help. I could definitely help. I love them. I love VW Jettas. There's nothing wrong with them. I actually own a couple of them. I reached out to you back about the clutch issue, just haven't had time to do it. All right. I mean, I don't remember. I mean, I talk to so many people every day. It's pretty crazy. I wish I could give you a better response to that. Oh, he blew up his 07K. Not hard to do because he probably didn't do anything to the motor. A lot of people right now are just doing a lot of dumb stuff with those motors. I like the one Jesse got in Fast and Furious. Oh, the Mark III. That was a Mark III Jetta. 2-point slow, by the way. That was a 2.0, 2-point slow Jetta. Yeah, I just threw boost Sacos and it eventually died. Yeah, I mean that's what's gonna happen if you didn't do any precautions for it. Bro, people are just adding bigger turbos to stock motors. Yeah, people do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, the 07K, depending on which variant you're getting, there's a fully forged one. The first generation 07K is actually fully forged from the factory. You can throw all the boost at it and make like almost 400 wheel horsepower at that thing with no effort whatsoever, no mods at all. Manifold, turbo, intake, and you're done in fueling. And you make 400 wheel horsepower. Nothing needs to be done to the motor. But eventually you're gonna have to. You're just gonna have to. It's just, you're not meant to do that. But the heads flow so well on those engines, it's a crime not to. Yeah, so the 09 Jetta didn't have a forged crank or rods. So yeah, the first generation, which was 05, 06. So the Beetle, the Volkswagen Beetle 2005 got the 07K. It was actually the first Mark IV to get an 07K. We got those here in the States. Those came with forged cranks and rods in them. The Mark V, the first generation of the Mark V, also got them. I'm going 7 AFE turbo. I don't know what that is, but cool. You think the valve seals went out? It's a big possibility, but usually hard. That means he had two-step on it, so it was backfiring like a mother. It's the only reason why that happens. People don't understand, when you have two-step, there's a lot of problems you can do that can fail. Boost will not cause valve seals to fail. Back pressure does. So the car community is a truck community here in Arkansas, in this part of Arkansas, but an hour away from my house, it's a huge car scene. So yeah. I love them. HKS blow-off valves are super cool. I love the noise they make. I'm a big fan of the HKS blow-off valve. Big fan. Oh, Toyota. Okay. I don't know much about those motors, so I can't give you any information. Yep, Go Fast Bits. Their blow-off valves is also very good. It completely woke up my Jetta when I put it on, and yes, it sounds amazing. A blow-off valve will not make your cars work better. Actually, it will make it work worse unless it's tuned for vent to atmosphere. So, just so you know. Believe it or not, your factory ECU looks for recirculation. So if you put a blow-off valve, even on a tuned car, doesn't mean that the tuner accommodated for a blow-off valve. A lot of people always forget that you need to accommodate to vent to atmosphere because you got to tell the car to not look for the extra air coming from a recirculation of a diverter valve versus a blow-off valve. Thank you, Cruz. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah, it's my birthday today. Woo! I'm 43, the big 4-3. That turbo for the Beetle was a KO4001. No, they don't come with KO4s. You have to you have to put a KO4 on them. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram. A blow-off valve helps with turbo lag between gear shifts. No, not really, no. What was it again? I can order for your age. You're still strong. I know, I work out all the time. Happy birthday, living the dream. I'm trying to live the dream. So a KO4001 if you want a direct bolt-on turbo for your 1.8T. So again, believe it or not, your car will drive better with a diverter valve versus a blow-off valve. When you go to big turbos and high boost, high volume, you need a blow-off valve. Now that being said, depending on how you tune it, you're better off with a diverter valve versus a blow-off valve. Let me explain. If you're going to a full race MAF tune, okay, a MAF tune with a diverter valve will compensate for fuel faster, and you will spool up even faster than a blow-off valve, okay? A blow-off valve is just for big turbo applications. But again, we have, thank you for the birthday wishes. Put your Venmo up yet? No, not yet. I've been on here. Again, just go to my Instagram. If you guys want to give me a birthday dollar or two, I'm trying to raise money for a mini bike. You know those little tiny Coleman mini bikes? I want one of those for my racetrack in my backyard. If we get one, I will go live and I'll do a full bunch of laps around my backyard on my racetrack. I really want one. That's why I built my racetrack for mini bikes and for go-karts. But blow-off valves make cool noises. Diverter valves make better noises, louder, but they increase your intake flow because you're getting all that recirculated air back in there, but it's going in forcefully. People don't understand that that is so much better than a blow-off valve. I will, thank you. The garage sale is pretty soon when my wife gets back, I think about 2 or 3 o'clock. I do have a blow-off valve because of the way my car is tuned. My car is MAFless, so I have a MAFless, and it's a boost by gear, and it's also a map. It's only with the map sensor tuned. So the reason why we go this route on my setup is because I wanted less issues long term. I wanted less sensors. I didn't want to spend money on sensors and sensors and sensors. There's very little sensors on this car, so I have a lot less issues over time. That's why. No, I am not sponsored. I'm sponsored by my online store. So you go to PincheAls Garage.com and that's how we pay for anything. Actually, my garage sales also pay for a lot of my builds. My YouTube channel doesn't make very much money. I make about $100 a month on my YouTube channel, so I don't depend on my YouTube channel. TikTok pays me about 20 cents a video. So yeah, I make no money on my videos. A lot of my sponsorships are for helping the consumer, not me. So what I do for sponsorships is I prefer not to take a paycheck because they force me to, how do you say, promote their products in a positive way if it's bad, even if it's a bad product. So I'd rather have sponsors just give me product and I give away products. That's how I do it. You know, for the people, by the people. That's how I work for my YouTube channel and all my content creation. So we do a lot of that. So going to my online store, watching my YouTube channel helps us a ton because that's how we make money. You know, but if not, I work on cars on the side. Do a TPS delete? No. That is not a bad idea. You could go drive by cable. So cable throttle body, and yeah, you can do a TPS delete. 100%. 100% you can do it. You can do a cable driven throttle body, which honestly is not hard to do on these cars. You can actually get rid of that. Fill up the gasoline, pump the wheels, and go ahead and meet the new day. Okay. I like the TikTok Shop affiliate program, but I don't like being force feeding you guys TikTok products. Yeah. I used to be E85. I didn't like it over time. I drive the car a lot. It goes cross country a lot, so no, I won't go back to it. Yeah, this car actually used to be on E85. I did it for a little while, got over it, went back to my 880cc injectors and just enjoyed that instead. A lot less issues, man. Just so many less, and E85 is hard to find. I'm new here, wanting to know why you put intake port on the other side. What's the advantage of it? That's factory. It's on the factory location. You definitely do get the best of both worlds. I agree. But you mess up a lot of your plastic. Rubber swells up. It starts eating through all your rubber seals and all that. And it just starts chewing up your fuel system. I'm not a fan of it over time. Long term is not the best option. That's why I just stay with gasoline. Good old fashioned dyno juice. But for the guy saying, why is my intake on the wrong side? It's on the right side. Or left side of the engine bay. It's supposed to be over here. This is factory. The intake manifold is in factory, but the location is. Spider-Man or the Hulk? Ooh, depends. Depends which version of Spider-Man and which version. I like Old Man Hulk. He's like my favorite character out of the whole like comic book universe. Old Man Hulk is just super cool. Spider-Man, I like Ultimate Spider-Man. I like My Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Those guys are, I mean, I like that version of Spider-Man. You know, Miles Morales is all right. I'm not a big fan of Miles, but he's all right. He's cute, but not my favorite. Oh, yeah, the car's back, by the way. Oh, thank you, Rob. You should do the kind of exhaust you have on the go-kart if you do the mini. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna do an exhaust on it. Oh yeah, I've worked on many 2-point slows. I love 2-point slows. I love 07Ks. I would do it. 100% do I'll do it on a 944 Porsche. Rob, you are a baller. Dude, this is cheap air. You know? Get a stroker kit for this. This is actually on a TDI crank. So this is technically a 2.1 liter-ish. Mods, just basic, a cam, intake. So cam, intake, exhaust. We do adjustable cam gear, light and flywheel. We done a lighter pulley set. Gives you an extra like 15 horsepower, nothing crazy, but it really wakes up the engine. It makes it sound really cool. 2-point slows actually sound really good when they're done right. They rev up really fast with a proper little can. Let's see where we at, 23%. Okay. Any other questions? If not, I'm gonna call it a day. But if you guys are following me on Instagram, you know, send me $1, send me $2 on Venmo for my birthday. Again, I want a mini bike super bad. This place down the road from my house called Atwoods sells it. They got one in stock. 500 bucks. I've already raised 130, 140 bucks, I believe. My Venmo, PincheAls Garage, can't unfind it. But I'm gonna be posting on my Instagram, my Venmo, and a picture of the little bike that I want. Again, you should get a big bore kit for your mini bike. Bro, I don't have one yet. So how can I get a big bore kit? Come on, Cruz. I gotta own one first to buy all the modifications. But if I do buy one, I will be modding it for a carb, exhaust, intake system. I'm definitely gonna have fun with it, you know? So again, if you guys wanna help me out for my birthday, I'm trying to buy a mini bike, 500 bucks at Atwoods. I already raised, what, technically 20% of the funds? So yeah. Oh, you have one? Dang, Rob, super jelly. That's what I'm looking for, is a solid frame one. Now, if you guys want to up the ante and get me to $1,000, they have the one with the full suspension. I'm not looking for that. I just want the $500 one. I'm not trying to be super expensive, but I mean, if I get $1,000, I mean, I'll go buy the $1,000 one, not gonna lie. Where are you located? I have like I'm in Arkansas, man. Since 2009. Dang, Rob. What's my dream car? What's my dream car? I actually own my dream car. It's right outside my backyard, my 1971 VW bus. That's actually been my dream car as a kid, and I own it. I own it now with a big motor, so it has a 2110cc motor in it, dual 44s, high pressure fuel pump, counterweighted crank, pretty much high compression motor, makes about 180 horsepower. So yes, I do own my dream car, and I own a bunch of my dream cars actually, you know. The Need for Speed movie? No, I have not seen the Need for Speed movie. The mini bike that's on Atwoods, I think the cheap one is 105 or 110 cc. The $1,000 one is a 212 cc. But that one has a full suspension and everything. I mean, that thing's mean. I just saw pictures of it. I'm like, oh man, it's got a full suspension, so I can really send it. But you know, I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the cheaper one. A good exhaust. So if you're gonna go exhaust on a 2-point slow, don't go any bigger than 2.5 inch. Okay. Go 2.5-inch exhaust. Do not go bigger than a 2.5-inch exhaust because you need back pressure on those little motors to keep your torque. Personally, I would probably go to a 2.25-inch exhaust just so you keep some of that back pressure for your 2.0 engine. You will enjoy the back pressure and the extra torque with that. And get a good little Borla or a Magnaflow muffler. What's your opinion on KW suspension for Mark IV? Get it. Get it. There's no opinion on it. KW is phenomenal. KW is a really good brand. Definitely want to get a 212 small and buy Harbor Freight 212. Yeah. 212s is a good motor. I have a 212 in my son's go-kart. And that thing freaking rips, dude. We just did an exhaust and a carb on it, and it is fun to drive. I'm just trying to figure out the starter situation so I don't have to pull crank that dang thing all the time. Thing's a pain in the butt. It needs a new clutch for sure because it stalls the moment you hit the brakes. But it's freaking fun. And I got a little, I had a little Chinese quad that I fixed for my daughter. Bought that for like 80 bucks, I think. Repaired it with a brand new carb, stator, and a new harness for my daughter. She's got a little 110cc now, quad that I built for her. I drive it. It's super fun, but it's not meant for me. You want to learn engine work? Man, it's fun stuff. Hi from Panama. ¿Qué onda, mis amigos de Panama? How can I apply? Apply for what? Just go get a book and learn. Start doing it. Buy a cheap car and start learning how to fix cars. It's not that hard, man. You just gotta want to do it. That's the catch. Okay. I'm in the United States, in Arkansas. What's your question about the fan module? And how they keep blowing up? And they don't blow up for the reasons you think they blow up. They blow up because of the fans are going bad. Yes, you can. You can put that in there. I don't recommend it, but yes, you can. You can hardwire a relay to it and just have a switch for the fan on and off, or just leave it alone. If your fan module keeps failing, then my recommendation for you is replace the fans. Believe it or not, the resistance on the fans causes your fan modules to go bad. If you have bad fans or the bearings on the fans are going bad, that's what happened. It will happen because of that. So keep an eye on that because that will happen. Yeah, it's a possibility the wiring is also going bad. Yeah, they short out. They get lots of oxidation because they get a lot of water there. So that will happen. 100%. Clean all the wiring, find any shorts, clean it all up. I guarantee you have a short somewhere, put some new wiring in there. Should be fine. I've been running the fan module. This is actually my second fan module in over 10 years. Okay, you can do that. Is that a Supra? No, it's a Golf, VW Golf. GTI. You're welcome. You have one like that? That's cool. Supra is an interesting guess, right? Because the headlights scream Toyota. Oh, so you have a BMW Z4. You have a 2024 BMW Z4. That's what you have. Not a Supra. Like the 2JZ. 2JZ is cool, but that's a Yamaha motor. You know that? So it's a Toyota Yamaha. Don't get me wrong, Yamaha designs some really dope engines and engines that last forever. I did not know that until I did a lot of research on Yamaha and what engines they built for Toyota. They built some really cool engines. Ooh, an 03 BMW wagon. Those are dope. Bro, RB engines on top. Yeah, no lie. RB22. I got a Toyota 97 Toyota Tacoma with an RB. So, is it RB? Yeah, it's an RB22. Yeah. Hey Rob, see if you can test drive a 97 Chevy Caprice wagon. You're gonna be like, bro, I need like 4 of these. The TDI for me all day. I am a TDI guy all day. I love TDIs because they will last a lifetime. And then keep going. I think you can will a TDI. Cruz, you might save up to get a mini bike. That's not a bad idea, Cruz. They're a lot of fun. Maybe save up for the one with the suspension so you can do some jumps with it. With or without the wood paneling. No wood paneling. No, I'm talking about the smooth 90s ones. The 80s ones have the wood paneling. Those are the boxier ones. I'm talking about the round 97 ones. Look it up. They got a gigantic booty and they come with V8s. Rear wheel drive too. And they come with a 3rd row seat in the back too. So you can fit 8 people in that thing like no tomorrow. All right, I'm gonna call it a day. I got more stuff to do today outside, but thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Today is my birthday. Please head on over to my Instagram in a couple minutes. I'll be posting a picture of my Venmo and send me $1, send me $2. I'm gonna be going out to eat with my family. I will be going live there with my family so people can see, if you guys send me $1 for a beer, I'm gonna drink 1 beer today. All right, I'm not a beer drinker anymore. I stopped drinking a long time ago, but I will have 1 beer today. Bro, you're the guy to talk about cars. I thank you. I love cars, man. Cars are fun. I love cars. I love talking about anything about cars, and I love enjoying car talk, especially if it's VW. If it's VW car talk, I'm your boy, man. I want to talk VW all day, every day. Next time, I'll bring my bus in. I'll bring my bus in the shop, and we can talk about my bus, and what I'm going to be doing, new stuff I'm going to be doing to it. I'm actually building a new stereo system for my bus, and I'm building new door panels and stuff. So, I agree, 100%. Cars are an awesome money pit habit. All right. Please, again, head on over to my Instagram. It's the same name, PincheAls Garage. You can find me. I'm the only PincheAl in the world. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, enjoying my content. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of the community that we are building together. And
Hey.
what's up?
How are you?
What's up? What you want? Good. I'm saying goodbye.
Wait a moment. I have a small problem here.
Okay, well, I have to go. So You came in at the last minute, man, for a conversation.
Okay, I will speak to you tomorrow.
Yeah,
Then.
I'll be on maybe later tonight.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Well, it better be fine. I mean, I'm not going to stay on for you. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. Again, head on over to my Instagram and send me $1 for a beer or help me get a mini bike. Either way, thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. And if you don't send anything, it's okay. Thank you either way. Peace out. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day.